Hey, what is going on, everybody? How are you all doing today? I hope you all are having a wonderful and fantastic day today, and if not, hopefully you all will have a better tomorrow. So today is a double upload day, and I decided that I would review Miracle from the Volume 6 soundtrack. So we're going to go over the whole entire song, and then at the end I will give my full thoughts and rate the entire song. So sit back, relax, I hope you all enjoy, and let's go ahead and get started. So, continuing on with reviewing more of the Volume 6 soundtrack, today I will be talking about my thoughts on Miracle. Now, I will say, Miracle has a very familiar start to the song. I think that whenever it starts off, it really does kind of sound like some of the older music in a sense from some of the older RWBY soundtracks. But one thing that I think this song really does well is it does make the listener think. Because I think this is a song that makes you kind of question morality. Kind of makes you think that what you could be doing could be right. It makes you kind of think that is it right, or what you could be thinking about what you're doing could be wrong, and which path should I take? It's one thing that I think the song really is good at doing is it really does kind of make you think on a moral level, and it's pretty interesting in that aspect. So I really want to start getting into the lyrics and talking about this. So let's go ahead and jump right into these lyrics. So it starts off with time and time again it seems we reach the point where all our dreams are crumbling all around us. Every outcome unjust. Every step it seems has led us further from our goal. Instead, our triumphs haven't mattered. We're drifting ever backward. So from the start of these lyrics alone, it does kind of sound like everything is going downward. It sounds more like you're kind of losing the way that you may have seen things, or for example, like you think that your dreams that you've been trying to achieve, it feels like they are just not becoming a reality. You feel like you're getting that much further away from what you're trying to achieve. And I think that's a very interesting way to put it, because sometimes I think we do feel like that in life. I think that there are times where we feel like we are trying to reach a dream, we're trying to achieve it, and then sometimes things don't go our way, or it seems like everything we've done just feels like it was for nothing. And I feel like that was actually a good thing to actually kind of state at the beginning of the song. And then when it states, every step it seems has led us further from our goal instead, and that our triumphs haven't mattered. We're drifting ever backward. I mean, that's how it feels like. Sometimes it feels like all the achievements whenever you're going for a goal, all those good times that you've had, it feels like sometimes the triumphs really kind of didn't matter, because if things start to fall apart, then it feels like everything that you did previously achieve just there was no point to it. It just felt useless, and it felt like it was a waste of time. And then because of that, you can just kind of lose confidence in what you're trying to achieve. That it feels like you aren't getting any closer to that goal, which, like I said, to start off, it does kind of sound a bit dreadful at the beginning, but I think it does start off really well. So, continuing on. And we're running out of time, nowhere near the finish line, and it's growing ever clearer that a reckoning is near, and we'll have to make a choice. Now, the whole idea of, and we're running out of time, nowhere near the finish line, is because they are on a time limit, because it's a race against time to see who's going to get all the relics, obviously. And so that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to get the relics before Salem does. And so there's that. So considering that they are contending with the enemy, they have to try to beat the enemy to getting what they're trying to get to achieve their goal of summoning the gods. So by chasing after the relics and trying to get all of them before the enemy does, it's a race against time, basically. And it's growing ever clearer that a reckoning is near. So this could mean a few things. One, reckoning being the fact that it could be Salem, it could also be the gods, because once the relics are collected, as we did learn, that the gods will come back and cast judgment. So that could be a reckoning, because, as Ozpin stated, after humanity came back again, they were more divided than ever. So the reckoning could be the judgment of the gods, which could eradicate everyone, or B, it could be Salem, considering that Salem, if she is to get the relics, then who knows what she could want, considering that they did retcon her whole entire reason for going up against Ozpin, but we have no idea what she wants. So that could also be a reckoning, depending upon what it could be that she wants. And we'll have to make a choice. Now, the characters, what I did like was they finally did make their own choices, which I do like that they made their own choice to stand against Ozpin and to try to find out the truth. because Ozpin has been hiding things from them. And so when RWBY decided to ask Jen about what Ozpin had been hiding, that was good. So they did have to make their own choice there as to what to do. And then, of course, with the next bit of lyrics, which I do like, is this path right, or is it made of lies? We're looking at ourselves and trusting in the light. A miracle is all we need, but there isn't one in sight. So, what I like here is that they feel like now, because of the whole thing they learned about Ozpin, they don't know whether the path that Ozpin was trying to lead them down was the right one. They are unsure if it's all made of lies, considering that Ozpin did lie to them so many times. They are unsure of who to trust at this point, which is pretty interesting. I do like that. And then it states that we're looking at ourselves, so everybody's going to have to make their own decision. So looking to themselves to try to think of an idea of what would be the right thing to do is pretty good. And so, of course, they're going to trust in what they believe is the light, which could be interpreted to being maybe their own decisions. And considering that they feel like they need a miracle, but with everything that's happening all around them, a miracle is not in sight. Therefore, they feel like everything around them is kind of pushing them down. It's kind of stopping them from trying to reach their goals. So that's a pretty interesting way that I kind of look at that there. So continue on with more of the lyrics. Each and every passing day, our world's in further disarray. Confidence descending. Where's our happy ending? On the path, but still we strayed. Our aspirations quickly fade. Desperation's rising on hopeless, bleak horizons. Now, looking at this could be how some people actually do feel, because like the world itself, it does tend to have its bad parts, and the world does get worse from time to time. That is actually true, and this can really make someone lose their confidence. They could be thinking, well, things just keep getting worse around me. Where is my happiness? Where is the good things that should be happening to me? And that's where their confidence starts to fade in the positivity that they would naturally have had. And then, of course, when it goes on to say, on the path, but we still strayed, our aspirations quickly fade. Now, the big thing with those lyrics there is that even though they went down this path that Ozpin was trying to make them go down, the big thing is that they started to see more holes in Ozpin's story. And because they started to see more of these holes, they continued to still go down the path because they thought that maybe he was right. But then, of course, as they learned the truth, then every single desire they had for making everything better started to kind of fade, because they thought, well, maybe Ozpin isn't the person that should be leading us. And because of that, desperation started to rise, because they felt like, well, what do we do now? They're desperate to try to discover the path they should be going on because of all the lies Ozpin had thrown at them, because of everything that he had told them. And so, to them, everything going forward did seem like it was hopeless, because whenever it comes down to it, they thought that what Ozpin was doing was right originally. And the more they went down the rabbit hole, the more they started to learn that maybe this isn't right after all. And I think that that's what that was trying to explain there. But moving on with more of the lyrics. Every life is on the line, can't wait here for a sign. And just like the blood that's shed, every cancer's sure to spread, and the time to act is short. Now, of course, this goes upon the fact that if they don't act, then more lives will perish. And that they have to act now, rather than just try to sit around and go, well, what should we do next? What are we going to do? What's our next move? So, they have to act before any more blood is shed during this war between Ozpin and Salem. Because the more time that they have to just contemplate on what they should do, rather than acting, then the more lives will be lost in the meantime. So they have to act rather than just try to come up with an idea. So they have to make their decisions swift. Moving forward with more of the lyrics, though. We know inside we're born to do what's right. Desire to preserve life is powering the light. We're praying for a miracle, but for now we'll stand and fight. Every plan falls apart, all of it pointless, nothing gained, all in vain, going down. So believing that they think that what they should do is do what's right, they believe that they are good and that they should preserve life, and that they should try to help everyone around them, which is a good way to look at it. And so they think that that is powering the light, and that they are praying for a miracle. So rather than trying to step back and try to figure out what to do, they're going to continue to fight no matter what cost it takes. And they're going to try to do what they believe is right. So they're going to fight for it. And the next part could be kind of more seen as, with the plans falling apart, it could be kind of like how they thought that Ozpin was someone they could trust, and it goes back to that whole idea that the plan that they had, and now that they've learned the truth, it has fallen apart, and they feel like they didn't gain anything from it, that it's all pointless. And the all of it pointless part could be because they found out that Salem can't die, that she is immortal. So to them, it could be pointless, and that everything could be in vain. So there's also that. Now, looking at more of the lyrics. Under siege, sinking fast, crumbling quickly, fear and shame, endless pain, floundering. Vile abominations all around us, thriving, destroying every hope for justice. Still we pray, soon one day, our faith will be revived. We wait to see the light. Now, this right here could also be because when Team Juniper actually found out the truth about Ozpin, they could have also been feeling this way, and that they all could have felt like they were in shame for believing Ozpin, also having fear of what could be to come, even some depression because of what might happen next, since they don't have a direction, or at least they're trying to find one. And since they don't know the direction that they're trying to find, well, they feel like everything, they need a miracle. They need something that will show them the light. And also with vile abominations all around us, now that could be like Grim, thriving, destroying every hope for justice. And that could also be the antagonist, considering that they may feel that they are the justice and that the antagonist could be winning in that sense. And they still pray, and that hopefully one of these days they'll be able to see the light. And then, of course, the final lyrics here, and a miracle. Yeah, a miracle is waiting there. I swear it showed up out of thin air. A miracle right in front of our eyes, which is something that they hope for. That there could be a miracle. There could be a chance that something could appear that could change everything they know. That could actually make things better and brighten their lives going forward. That could show them the path and the direction they should be going in. So what are my thoughts on Miracle? I give it an 8 out of 10. My reasons for this is that Miracle is a song that really makes the listener think. I think it kind of makes you think that, for one, it does kind of talk about how plans can be distorted, how your goals could be further out of your reach, that dreams may crumble and they may fall, and that when they do, it feels like there's no hope, that it feels like things can be hopeless, and that sometimes you hope and you pray that something can change, that something could come into your life, just like how the song is called Miracle, how it could be a miracle that you would be hoping that could happen in your life. That somehow, maybe something could come and pull you out of that rut, out of that problem, and that could make things change and all the more better for you. I think that that is really what Miracle is trying to say. I think it is a theme that can tell you that despite all these terrible things that could be going on around you, in the end, something can still change. There can still be that sliver of hope that could still be there, and that you can still find it. Even if you feel like you may be lost in your ways, even if you feel like things may not feel right, even if things may not be going the way you hope, that there is still a chance that things can get better and they can take you in the direction that can lead you to the path that you think would be best. I think this was also a good insight to how the characters may have actually felt when they learned of Ozpin's past, when they learned of Salem and how she's immortal, and when they learned of everything that had transpired back in the past. I think that learning of those events made them probably feel this way and made them question what they were doing and whether it's right or not. I think this was a fantastic way to really kind of throw out the ideas that was going on in the characters' heads. And I really do think that that was actually a very interesting thing that Jeff Williams did with the song, and I really do enjoy that. But anyways, let me know what you think down below. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know in the comments down below. But anyways, thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and if you did enjoy, hit the video with a like, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, share this video with your friends if you found this informative or useful, and follow me on Discord. Link is in the description down below. But anyways, I hope you all have yourselves a wonderful and fantastic day today, and remember, if today was not a good day, tomorrow could always be better. Take care of yourselves and everyone around you, and have yourselves a good one out there, everybody.